Now, the author introduces an important law in this chapter. It's called Qa'idat al-Imkan. What does imkan mean in Arabic? Possibility. So it's called the law of possibility. The law of possibility briefly means that any blood a woman sees which does not fall under these 4 or 5 categories, then it is considered hayd. That's the general ruling. The general principle that we have is that if she sees blood, it does not fall under one of these categories, which we'll briefly examine, then it is considered hayd. And she considers herself to be in a religious cycle. So she does not pray, for instance, she does not go to the masjid. What are these categories, the exceptions? So basically, before the age of 9, that's never considered hayd. The second is after the age of 50 or 60, that's not considered hayd. Number 3, in those 10 days between the 2 cycles, right? So any blood that a woman sees after she becomes pure and 10 days have not passed yet, that is not considered hayd. That's the third category here. Number 4, if there is bleeding due to a wound, if a woman is bleeding due to a wound, right, that is not considered hayd. Let's say due to an injury, for instance, that's not considered hayd. Number 5, if a woman bleeds due to the issue of virginity, that is also not considered hayd in Islamic law. And the last one, number 5 or number 6, it has to be continuous for at least 3 days for it to be hayd. So anything under 3 days is not hayd. So if you put these 5 exceptions aside, any blood that a woman sees is considered hayd. Even when she's pregnant, by the way. We'll examine that. Even if a woman is pregnant, we have a hadith from the Imam alayhi salam. Let's say a pregnant woman, obviously she's not ovulating, right? Because she's pregnant. Even if she sees blood, at a certain time, continuous for 3 days, that's considered hayd. So in Islamic law, menstruation is compatible with pregnancy. Because we have a hadith about that. Why? It falls under this qa'idah, right? The law of possibility. If it's not one of these 5 or 6 exceptions, we consider it to be hayd. And pregnancy is not one of those exceptions. So any blood that a woman sees during pregnancy, if it's continuous for at least 3 days, that's considered hayd. Yes?
Even while she's pregnant, will she still pray?
Well, if she's pregnant and she's seeing that blood for 3 days, then no, she stops praying because she is considered religiously in hayd.